I think my purpose here today is to welcome everybody and thank you all for taking time out of your day and your lives to address something and think about something and mourn loss of life in a war that means so much to all of us, that's so far away, it really shouldn't be taking place. And as I think about this, and I think about the things that we do at a local level and all the dreams that we have, and I see one of our legislators up here, Representative Akeo Abdul Samad, we work at a local level, at a state level. And all the dreams that we have for the city and for this state, and to work together, we can think, we can plan, we can set our own priorities, we can try to find money, we can try to do whatever we can do here locally. But as we set a foundation for ourselves and future generations, it really doesn't make any sense if we let a war continue that doesn't matter. It does matter to all of us, and we certainly want to bring our troops home. I don't want anybody thinking that we don't care about our troops. But I think we best support our troops by bringing them home, not leaving them. I've had the opportunity as your mayor to travel around not only this country, but various parts of either sister cities or international mayors conferences to talk to people, leaders around the world about what they think, what they're doing, what's happening in their cities. And quite frankly, a lot of the things that we deal with here in Des Moines aren't much different than they are in Jerusalem or in Szechuan, our sister city in China, or even to go to Anchorage, Alaska. We all need to deliver all the necessities of life, make sure that our people are safe, make sure that they have fresh water, make sure that they can get to and from work, and they can do it in some sort of a way that they feel good and it's consistent for them day in and day out. Now the circumstances change in every one of those places, and they worry about different things, and their priorities are a little different, and how they make those things happen are different. But none of us can make those day-to-day decisions if we let war continue. And we have to think together, and we have a collective responsibility, all of us, not only for our families and for the city and for the state, this country, but also the world. It's not just the people in Iowa, it's the people collectively around this world that have to think about the future. And so all of you coming down here today and showing your support to end this war is so important, not only to us as we look at each other, but as we think about what we're going to say to those people that come here, it seems like for a really long time, but day in, day out, that want to be president of the strongest nation on earth. We need to hear from them what their priorities are and how they're going to end this war and how they're going to bring our troops home. And let's ask them all the specifics of that when we get the opportunity to speak with them, either individually or collectively. And let's hear real responses. I don't want to hear all the scripted responses that somebody has written for them. I want to know how they feel. I want to know when they sit down with us one-on-one and we look them in the eye, that they're listening to us and they hear our fears, they hear our concerns, they hear our hopes, our joys for the future, and that we can come up with a resolution and make a selection and a pick, whether they be Democrats or Republicans or Green Party or any other party. We want answers, and we want them now. I will just quickly conclude, and again, thank you all for coming. We heard about Woody Guthrie, and we heard some other things. One of my favorite people years ago was Arlo Guthrie.
Do you live in Des Moines?
And
no, okay.
One of the songs that he had so many years ago was Alice's Restaurant. Now, he kept saying that it was about Alice and about the restaurant, but really is about war.
That'll be great on Blog Fire.
And it was about the draft, and it was about military, and it was about doing the right thing. And as he stood during one of his presentations of that song, and he looked out to the crowd and he wanted them to participate, he said, after they sang Alice's Restaurant and a chorus or a verse of it, he said, that's terrible. Because they weren't singing very loud. He said, I want to hear how loud you sing. And that's what we have to think about today, is how loud we sing. But because as Arlo Guthrie said it, you can't stop war and stuff like that without singing loud. So let's sing loud, let's get out there, let's make a difference, and let's let those candidates know what we really think and what we want in the future.
Thank you, Mayor Cownie. You know, this is a mayor who has demonstrated time and again that he is a man of progressive values over and over. Thank you, Mayor Cownie. We're proud to have him.